A lot of the places you see us hunt have boundaries that are either private boundaries of big ranches, or maybe it's a state boundary, maybe it's a tribal boundary, whatever. I'm gonna just show you a couple examples of how I use this. I'm gonna go to some other states and give you some examples of what we've done. We went and filmed an Arizona hunt, and this was in a unit that was hard to draw, so I'm not using this as an example of where you would use it for drawing tags. But this is an example of how you can use it to find places to hunt that other people don't want to hunt, to kind of have the place by yourself. And this is where I talk about boundaries. So this is an Arizona elk hunt we did, and this boundary right here, White Mountain Apache Reservation. Hardly anybody wanted to hunt right up next to that boundary, because if you shoot an elk and he jumps a fence, you got a problem. But boy, you want to talk about a reservoir. These boundary areas are like sanctuaries, because the average hunter doesn't want to hunt up near that boundary. He wants to go over here, right into the heart of it. I've drawn this tag up here a couple times. My uncle Larry had it one time. Nobody wanted to hunt right on the New Mexico boundary. It was almost, for the first mile of that boundary, half mile, it was almost like a sanctuary. Nobody was hunting there. Why? Because they want to hunt right in the core where there's lots of public land. These boundary areas, whether it's tribal, whether it's state boundaries, sometimes it's the unit boundary. Hunters end up overlooking these areas, and it's where the congregation of animals are. When I hunt these areas, I'm extremely careful. I hunt them, and sometimes I even have to err on the side of caution. I've passed bulls, I've passed bucks that I thought, I'm pretty sure they're on public, but I just wasn't 100% sure. If this is the boundary and this is public and this is private, I usually try to get right on the boundary, and I'm looking for animals that are coming this way. So if I shoot, the odds are they're going to run back into the public. That's kind of my general strategy if I can make it work that way. I'm going to show you a piece of Montana ground. This is 1.5 miles long east to west, and it's a 1/2 mile wide north to south. This almost looks identical to the piece where I shot my buck in Montana this year. There was private to the north, private to the south. The ridge in between was public. Well, saw a whitetail buck rutting some does out in this private. All of a sudden he decides, well, I'm going to follow these does up to their bedding cover on the public. When he gets up out of his bed and they start coming back down here, I'm standing there waiting for him. Boom. Shot a really nice whitetail buck. And year after year, for species of elk, deer, and antelope, this is one of the strategies we employ. And I guess my point of this is, I want you to, one, get comfortable with the tools you need. To me, a GPS is just like my rifle. This Onyx map system is almost like my scope. I need to know how to use them. I need to know how to effectively employ them for what I need to do. And because of that, because I spend so much time using them, I'm really comfortable with them, and it gives me the confidence to go and hunt these kind of places. Don't stay away from public lands that are surrounded by boundaries, whether it's private boundaries, unit boundaries, state boundaries, tribal boundaries. Go and apply for those tags. You're going to draw more tags. You're going to get to hunt more. And the odds are you're going to shoot some pretty nice animals. Thanks for watching.